Hello everyone, my name is Darren and I'm making this short video to hopefully help you locate and replace the evaporation purge valve on a 1997 Ford Escort 2-liter engine. Now before I get into specifics, I think it's only fair that I let you know I am not an auto mechanic by any stretch of the imagination. What I am is an average guy who had a check engine light on my car right before I was trying to go through emissions. So I did what most people do. I took it to the garage. They ran a test and came back with error code P0443, which is all about the evaporation emissions system. They went ahead and did a diagnostic and came back with an estimated cost of $757 to fix my car. Well, I decided to wait. I wanted to do a little research on the internet. So I got on, checked out the error code, and to be quite honest, I couldn't find a lot of information for my make and model. So that's why I'm making this video for the next person to hopefully help them. So let me go ahead and show you where this part is located. If you look to the right of your radiator, you're going to see the air filter. If you just kind of duck down underneath and look right down below, you're going to see a little cylinder, and that's your purge valve. Now the question is, how do you get to it? Well, if you're automotively inclined, you can remove the air filter and get to it easily, but to be quite honest, I didn't know how. But just above that is the battery. And if you remove the battery, you have just enough room to reach the connections for the purge valve. So here's the purge valve up close. And as you can see, it's a really simple design. There's only 3 parts to it. There's an incoming hose, an outgoing hose, and an electrical connection right at the bottom. It's so simple that you don't even need tools to replace it once you have the battery out. I do want to caution, one disclaimer is that be careful when you're removing the old hoses, because if they're old like mine, they may crack and break on you, as you can see mine did. So once again, here are the steps that I took. First, I located the evaporation purge valve below the air filter. Second, I safely removed the battery. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you're mechanically savvy, it's probably in your best interest to go ahead and remove the air filter. You'll have much easier access. To be honest, I just didn't know how. My third step was to remove the old hoses and electrical connections from the old purge valve and then replace them on the new one. And finally, reinstall the battery. I'd like to leave you with 3 tips. First off, take advantage of your local auto parts store. I had a great experience with AutoZone. I went in there and the guys behind the counter were more than willing to answer my questions. One even came out and had a look under my hood to try to help me figure out what was going on. I also found that the part was cheaper there. It was only $44 compared to some of the prices at other places. Secondly, before you buy anything or take anything apart, have a look at your hoses. Make sure they're in good condition. I found out too late that one of my hoses had a crack, and that might have been the problem to begin with. And finally, number 3, when you reinstall your battery, your check engine light is going to be off, but that doesn't mean you're in the clear for your emissions test. What you have to do is drive your car for what is considered a drive cycle in order to make sure you fix the problem. Now each car is different, but I looked up in the owner's manual for a 97 Ford Escort and it says the following. You must drive your car for at least 30 minutes. Now at least 20 of those minutes has to be on stop-and-go city type traffic with at least 4 idling periods. At least 10 of those minutes has to be for driving on the expressway or freeway. But once you've done that, you should have a good idea if you fixed your problem. Well, that's it for me. I hope this video helps you solve your problems. Best of luck.